Hi everybody, welcome to my first long form video, also my first video using my voice, and yeah, let's just get right into it. Give it a listen. Okay, so the sample I used is this old YouTube video. It's called I Feel Fantastic. It's like a singing robot, and I don't know. Let me just play it. Like, some people were speculating that person that made that video was a mass murderer or something, but that's not even true, but whatever. So what I did is I extracted the stems from that sample because like the instruments you can hear in the background are totally off key. So I was left just with the vocals. Here I have the vocals. After that, I proceeded to cut all these like empty spaces. So you see here and here and here, like all those big empty spaces, cut them out. So I have here this like comped version. Then I went ahead and cut the smaller spaces that were still left in this version. And what we have is this version where it's like more like a more chunky piece of vocal, so I can like throw it all into a fruity slicer and start cutting it up without having to worry about empty space. Right now it sounded like this. And already like listening to that beginning part, I can already hear like some world is free jump out type shit, you know? Then what I did is I compressed it like to hell and back. I think I used maybe a preset in M compressor that was called like fast over compression or something like that. But yeah, I compressed it quite a bit and I pitched it up, and now it's sounding like this. And yeah, that's basically the sample. Like I already got it ready to chop there. So what I did is I made an alternate version, made it unique, and made a reverse version. So I had like two different versions to chop, and I threw them both in Fruity Slicer. And yeah, so there I already had the sample ready, and then I just started cooking. So this is the first sample flip I made. This one was with the non-reverse version. Sounds like this. Yeah, to get the pattern, it's basically just moving, pressing random notes and trying to find what works. As you can see, like basically almost like you can already hear ideas by just pressing random notes because the sample is already in key and all. I think I also put auto-tune in the sample just in case something was out of key, but I'm not sure. But yeah, so just played around with it, got that. Then with the reverse version of the sample, I tried to go for something slower because this was like a very sporadic, fast, like kind of pattern. And yeah, with this one, I wanted more like something that like sets the chords and like builds the beat more, like gives it more of a structure. Here's how that's sounding. And yeah, here's how they sound together. And yeah, basically from there, I just started building the rest of the beat. Like you can already kind of hear the chord progression and like the melody that it's going for. So I just had to build on that to add some texture. Hell, I didn't even need to build, like that's already sounding pretty full. I just wanted to add more because these underground beats usually have like a ton of instruments and it's like super like maximal, I don't know if maximalistic, but it's like ton of sounds. So I added these keys, which the second sample is like already like suggesting a certain type of melody, but these keys are what really like sets the chord progression for real. Here's how they sound. Yeah, simple keys. On top of that, I added this lead, which gives it, I don't know, like a glorious feel or whatever. And then I added one last synth because it is a beat with like lots of elements, which is intentional, but it was already getting like too much. So this was the last thing I added, which is this like super sporadic ass synth. Let me play that for you real quick. So to make this pattern, I started with like a simple arp, like just normal arp, key, whatever, and put the chords underneath it, and then I used the strumming tool and quantize and Alt-A to arpegiate, and so I started building on that idea, and that's how I ended up with like such a complex little arp. It was way more complex at a point, but I thought it was too much, so that's, you know, also important to not go overboard, like check what you're doing, and how it sounds in context. So yeah, this is how the melodies sound together. Let's hear that. Yeah, and then the only thing that's missing is the drums, which are like simple trap, rage drums, whatever. The mixing is really shitty on them though, like staying faithful to the original Wordless Free and Jumpbot as a whole. I mean, the Underground as a whole has like pretty shitty mixing. It's kind of purposeful, most of the times, I guess. So yeah, this is how it sounded. Oh shit, that's how it sounded. So yeah, the 808 is like distorted to hell and back. It's like overpowering almost, but that's kind of the point. So as you can hear, super distorted. Simple clap. Yeah, just some couple extra notes as perks, little effects. Yeah, then the snare pattern, which only comes in for the chorus or to give us a little roll, like as a segue between different sections. And that works with the clap to give like more bounce for the chorus. Since I got so much going on with the snare, I just left the hi-hats simple two-step hi-hats. And yeah, that's basically the whole beat. Anyways, thank you for watching, and sorry if the video is a bit clunky. As I said, it's my first video with my voice. Here's the full thing.